Please pick up, please pick up, please pick up. Yes, 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 you're there. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I have to do a shame shift.
A what?
I need you to help me do a shame shift.
A what?
Well, that's what I'm calling it. I'm calling it a shame shift.
What's a shame shift?
What's a shame shift? Are you kidding me? You don't know what a shame shift is?
No.
Today, obviously, we're going to talk a little bit about shame, but we're going to talk a little bit about shame in a way that maybe is unexpected. So here's the deal when it comes to shame for me. I have felt shame, and I just, by the way, learned the difference really between shame and guilt yesterday. I learned that I have carried so much shame with me over the following things. One, I carry a lot of shame because I never went to a 4-year university. 2, I carry a lot of shame because I was in an abusive relationship in my 20s. 3, I carry tremendous shame for leaving my oldest son with my parents and running away to Club Med when I was in my 20s. A lot of things happened to me in my 20s. I carry just a lot of shame for not being stronger in many things in my life. And I also carry shame for not seeing the value that I had and have to the world and my profession. Now, where other people see that, I don't see it, and I carry a lot of shame in a lot of different ways. I don't feel guilty about too many things that I've done. I don't feel guilty about leaving my son with my parents because I needed that break. I needed to go do what I did, and that set us on a trajectory to living in Paris and having a very interesting life that my son wouldn't have even had, but I do feel shame about it. Now, why do I say that? I recently experienced a wonderful Brene Brown 2.5-hour series called Men, Women, and Worthiness, and it has to do with shame. Now, I have to back up. I have felt shame that I never embraced Brene Brown before. I was so sick and tired of hearing about all of these people prior to COVID. We're now in COVID. Prior to COVID, I was so tired of hearing all of these people's stories that, they landed in the gutter and, they went from rich to poor back to the top of the world by becoming a speaker and making all this money. I couldn't take it. I was personally offended by it. It just seemed absolutely ridiculous, and it made me feel like everybody's a life coach. I started to get really cynical about it, and I just turned it off. So when people were saying that they really loved Brene Brown and what her message was and what she has to say, I turned it off. I just turned it off. Well, I didn't want to pay $14.99 anymore for my Audible, so I thought, let me go download a bunch of things because I have a bunch of credits. And so I did. And not that I don't want to pay the $14.99, I just want to wait until after COVID because I want to save my money. And one of the things I downloaded was Brene Brown's Men, Women, and Worthiness. And for me, that was the universe telling me, woman, you, Wendi, you, stop it. Stop being judgmental. You will learn about that in this series. Listen to this so that you can release all of the shame and understand the difference between shame and guilt. I also think, as I think about it, that it's important now that we're hopefully coming, out of the quarantine and these life-changing things that have happened to us out of our control, that we understand how to not feel guilty or hold shame about them. But it's more learning the difference. And it's understanding, as Brene Brown says at the end, that the darkness of it all will bring you into the light. And that might sound cliche, but I have to admit that's what happened to me. And I'm 65 years old, and I've carried this stuff like a burden on my back for so many years. I hope it helps you. So that's this is not an ad for Brene Brown's anything. It is just something that I want to tell you from the heart that I found really helped me. So it's on Audible. You can ask who to get it for you right now. I think you can add it to your cart. And I hope you do. So Brene Brown's Men, Women, and Worthiness. Please check out my website, wendycooper.com. Listen to my podcast, The Wendi Cooper Show, Speaking of Age, conversations with remarkable people over 50. And also, you can always send me an email at wendycooper@mac.com. Okay, so until tomorrow, see ya.